Well, don't look now, but there are some Dallas, Texas suburbs that are now down as much as 38% from their peaks. After doing some research on 100 Dallas suburbs, we are going to share with you the 9 suburbs that have dropped from their highs and may be approaching your particular buying point. And we're going to get after it right after this. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Living in Dallas channel, your resource for learning everything you need to know about moving here to the Dallas, Texas area. My name is Kristen Carpentier, and my family and I moved here 11 years ago, and it has been one of the best decisions that we have ever made. I am a licensed realtor right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so if you think Dallas, Texas may be the right place for you, don't hesitate to reach out. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email so that we can schedule some time to talk about what might be on your mind about moving here to the Dallas metro area. All right, so today we're talking about some of the suburbs whose prices have dropped the furthest from their 2022 peaks and just may be at a level that you might want to begin looking into. As I said in my intro, my team and I have taken the time to look at over 100 of the Dallas, Texas suburbs to see which ones may be getting pretty close to buying levels that people keep talking about, even for the most adamant of discount shoppers out there. So let's start it off with the Dallas Metro entire MLS first to give you kind of a baseline to work from and let you know how things are actually going on out here. So the January numbers are out, and in case you may not be aware, in January are historically the lowest and slowest times of the year for real estate here in Dallas. And these past 2 months have been no exception to the rule thus far. So as you can see, DFW peaked in June of 2022 at a median sales price of $409,000. This is all of the homes in the entire MLS that we have access to. Currently, as you can see, January hit a new low of $358,000, which gives us a 12.5% decline from the highs in 2022. Now, year over year, which is from January of 2022 to January of 2023, we are still up 3.8%. So as you can see, we have come down a decent amount from our peak, but we still have not seen the 20% plus decline that many people are looking for. Now, while the days on market continue to rise, we are now up to 39 days, which has taken us back to our pre-pandemic level in January of 2020 of 41 days. So this is another metric that seems to follow a particular pattern, and this tends to be at its highest for the year in January as well. Now, though it is up quite a bit from last year when homes were sitting on the market for less than 10 days. Now, the month supply in Dallas has also declined for 2 straight months and is now down to 2.5 months, which is still within the seller's market range. And it's a big reason home values have not declined any further than they already have. So most sellers are just not selling because they do not need to do so. Now, one final metric that we'll discuss is how the median percent of original list price remained the same as December's low of 95.2% of list price, indicating that sellers are willing to budge a little bit from the original price, and that is now at a 10-year low. This is good news for buyers as interest rates continue to come down and prices have come down as well from their highs. So overall, unemployment remains low at 3.5% since December of 2022. The first mortgage default index ticked up to a 0.43% and has been rising since its 5-year low in November of 2021. Now, the 30-year fixed rate mortgages also continue to come down from their November highs and are now down to 6.09% and starting to head closer to that coveted 5.5% range that we have talked about previously, which is the level that some suggest is when buyers start to step back into the market. Thus, as we head closer to it, buyers will likely start to pick up wanting to purchase. And finally, on the last economic front, the consumer price index, or the gauge for inflation, dropped to a new low since the high in June. It's down to 6.5%, which is why the Fed only raised rates 0.25%. However, they noted there are likely more ahead as inflation is still historically high. So to sum it up, things appear to be improving, home prices are coming down, Mortgage rates are coming down as well, and there are still no indications of a major economic meltdown from a severe recession or job losses. Now, all of this news is keeping the housing market here in DFW holding up pretty well. And I have also been getting a significant increase in people reaching out to me and indicating that they're starting to look to make that move here to Dallas sometime within this next year. So, if you are one of those people who are thinking about making a move out here to DFW, this list could be a good place to possibly look for some deals. And this list is by no means comprehensive. I am only going to talk about the top 9 cities that have declined the most since their peaks. And if there are any other cities that you have maybe had on your mind, make sure to reach out to us and we can certainly talk about them a little bit more in depth. So, in descending order from 9 to 1 in terms of the largest decline from their 2022 peaks, let's get after it. So, coming in at number 9, we have Rockwall, Texas. Rockwall is located about 23 miles to the northeast of Dallas. And the city has a great little downtown area with restaurants and shops, as well as bordering Lake Ray Hubbard on the east side. Rockwall also gets an A grade for overall living. It has good schools, is ranked number 1 for the best places to live in Rockwall County, and is also ranked number 26 for the best suburb in DFW according to niche.com. Now, Rockwall peaked in 2022 at a median sales price of $549,000. This was a 72% increase from the median sales price in 2019 before the pandemic. In January of 2023, Rockwall's median sales price dropped to $455,000, dropping 17% from its peak. It is also noted that Rockwall's median sales price for the year of 2022 was about $502,000, so below the median sales price. And it would still need to drop 30% to get back to the 2019 median sales price level of $320,000. So if you're looking for a great area to live that's in good proximity to Dallas and has plenty of things to do, then you may want to check out this particular city. So coming in at number 8, we have Richardson, Texas. This is where UT Dallas is located and is a heavy tech section hub. It's only about 15 miles from Dallas, so if you want a short commute or you might work in the tech or STEM profession, Richardson could be a very good option. It also gets A+ ratings from Niche and is ranked number 5 in the best cities to retire in America. It also comes in as the 8th best suburb in all of DFW. So Richardson peaked at about $505,000 in 2022 from a 2019 median sales price to its peak in 2022. It ran up 58%. In January, the median sales price dropped to $415,000, giving it an 18% drop from its peak in 2022. It is also 8% below the 2022 median sales price of about $450,000. While it's not yet reached the 2019 levels, which would require the median sales price to drop another 23% from this level, it is currently at a decent discount, and if you have been wanting to move there, then you may want to start paying a little bit more attention. Now, coming in at number 7, we have Plano, Texas. This is another very popular suburb and is very close to Frisco, Texas. Plano is ranked by Niche as the 5th best suburb in DFW and received a grade of A+ and has great schools and a great family life as well. Plano is located about 20 miles north of Dallas, so it's not too bad of a commute if you happen to work downtown, or you may need to get out to one of the airports that we have here. So this is a great alternative to Frisco as the price point is cheaper and you're close enough to enjoy the amenities that Frisco has to offer as well. So Plano peaked in 2022 at $585,000, and from the 2019 median sales price, Plano appreciated 68%. So it is a highly desirable area, as you can tell. And in January, the median sales price was down to about $479,000, giving it also an 18% decline from its peak in 2022. It's also about 10% below the median sales price for all of 2022 at $530,000. It will still need to drop another 27% in order to get back down to its pre-pandemic median sales price of $348,000. Now, I'm not sure it will get all the way back down there, but approaching 20% from its highs, it may be worth looking into. So, coming in at number 6, we have Little Elm, Texas. Now, Little Elm is about 33 miles to the north of Dallas and really not too far to the west side of Frisco, depending on where you're at. And it is right next to Louisville Lake for all of you who might be into skiing and boating. It could be a great option. Little Elm also receives a grade of A from niche.com and is the number 12 best place to live in Denton County. It is also ranked the 41st best suburb in DFW. So, Little Elm peaked in 2022 at around $500,000, and from the 2019 median sales price of $280,000, it appreciated about 79% during that time. In January, the median sales price in Little Elm was about $400,000, indicating it has dropped about 20% from its peak in 2022. It is also down 13% below the median sales price in 2022 of about $459,000. So, while it is a decent discount for sure, it would still need to drop another 30% to get back to the 2019 levels. So that leads us into number 5, which is known for its beautiful blue lagoon in the community of Windsong Ranch, which is none other than Prosper, Texas. Now, Prosper has been in very high demand over the past few years. Prosper is located about 37 miles straight north of Dallas. So that is one of the drawbacks if you do need to commute to downtown on a regular basis. Prosper is ranked as the 21st best place to raise a family in DFW and is ranked number 25 for the best city in all of DFW. In 2022, Prosper topped out with a median sales price of $950,000 from the 2019 median sales price to that peak. Now, Prosper appreciated about 96%. It is amazing what a little white sandy beach in a beautiful master plan community can do for your property value. So, as of January 2023, the median sales price dropped to about $747,000, giving you a discount of 21% from its peak. It is also 11% below the 2022 median price of $840,000. So, if you have been dying to live near the beach, you may want to reach out so we can find you something before it starts warming up and everyone else starts to get the same idea. But Prosper would still need to drop another 35% from its current levels to get back to its 2019 levels, though. Now, coming in at number 4, we have Carrollton, Texas. It's located about 20 miles to the north of Dallas, so not really that bad of a commute, and it's also fairly close to the DFW airport. Carrollton gets a grade of A from niche.com and is ranked number 24 for the best suburb in DFW. Now, Carrollton reached its peak in 2022 at $495,000, and from 2019 to that peak, it rose 65%. Now, in January of 2023, Carrollton's median price dropped to about $388,000, giving it a drop of 22% from its peak. It's also down about 11% from the 2022 median price of about $435,000. So, if you're looking for an area that is in a very central location and gets decent grades overall, this may be a great place for you to check out. And in order for it to get back to pre-pandemic levels, it would need to drop another 23% from its current levels that it's at right now. So number 3 on our list, we give you none other than Elm, Texas. This is another great suburb here in DFW. It is close to Frisco, and you may have heard of it before because it does have the largest high school in all of Texas. And it's basically a college-level football stadium there as well. This is another area that does get searched quite a bit and asked about a lot. Allen is located about 26 miles to the north of Dallas and received a grade of A+ from niche.com as it scores highly in most of the categories that they have. And it is ranked as the 13th best suburb in all of DFW. Now, Allen topped out in 2022 at about $665,000, and from 2019 to its peak, Allen appreciated 94%. Now, currently, Allen's median price in January was $520,000, indicating it has dropped 22% from the top. It is also down about 9% from its 2022 median price of about $570,000. So, in order to get back to pre pandemic levels, it would need to drop another 34% from the January numbers. But again, these discounts are coming at the typically lowest time of the year for real estate. So, depending on how things go this spring, if you're waiting to move to Allen, you may want to start looking right now. Now for number 2, we have the lowest median price point. So those who might be looking for something under $400,000, you might be able to find a deal here. And the city is Irving, Texas. Out of all of the cities I'm mentioning today, Irving is the closest to Dallas, as it's only about 14 miles to the west of it. Irving does get an overall rating of A from niche.com, and for the most part, most of the ratings in the categories are pretty high. It does come in 33rd for best cities to buy a house in all of America, and is the 28th best suburb in DFW according to niche.com. Again, the big draw to Irving is its location. So, Irving's peak in 2022 was $485,000, and from 2019 to its peak, it rose 62%. In January, Irving's median price hit $355,000, thus it's dropped 27% from its peak. It is also down 8% from the 2022 median price point of $386,000. Irving only needs to drop another 15% in order to reach the median price in 2019 of $300,000. So this is getting to a level that many people are going to start taking notice, especially since it's so close to downtown and the DFW airport. So that leaves us with number 1 on our list. And this one was actually kind of a surprise to me, as it is a pretty desirable location and it's right next door to the number 1 suburb here in DFW. And this is none other than Keller, Texas. Now, Keller, Texas is located right next to Southlake, Texas, which means you're close enough to enjoy all of the amenities that are over there, like your shopping and your restaurants that do actually make Southlake so desirable. Keller is about 33 miles to the northwest of Dallas, but it's also not too far from the DFW airport. Keller receives a rating of A+, and all the categories score very well also. It does have great schools, low crime, and is a great area for families. So you may want to reach out if you're looking for something in a great location that currently it could give you a pretty big discount. So Keller topped out in 2022 with prices around $800,000. So it's not quite Southlake numbers, but it is not particularly cheap either. So from 2019 to its peak, Keller shot up in value by 87%. And in January of 2023, the median sales price came in at $499,000. So if you can believe it, it's down an astounding 38% from the highs in 2022. The other noteworthy items is that it's down 23% from its 2022 median sales price for the whole year, which was $650,000. So this one definitely made me do a double take, because this place is a very desirable suburb of Dallas, and it indicated that it is down 38% from its peaks. So if you're looking to buy this year, I'm not sure how long that this is actually going to last, or maybe it's just a fluke for the month of January. But either way, you should definitely reach out so we can take a look together to see if there might be something that you might want to be able to snag if it's a pretty good deal out there. Oh, it's also only about 15% away from its 2019 levels, which also makes it an interesting prospect as well. So there you have it. We wanted to share with you that there are some deals to be had out there right now if you are ready to look for a house. With the economic indicators not flashing red, inflation coming down, and mortgage rates also continuing to come down, the spring may be a little livelier than many are expecting. Unless, of course, something horrible happens to the economy, sellers still don't want to sell, jobs are still stable overall, and people are still moving to Dallas, thus causing the housing shortage to continue here. So as always, I hope you found this useful and helpful. And if you're on the fence about purchasing a home, there are several places out there that you can see have dropped 20% from their highs. If you need someone like us who are continually diving into the market to share these insights with you so that you can make that informed decision for yourself. So if you liked this video, please hit that like button because it's the only way that YouTube knows we did a good job. Also, if you're liking this content, then you should definitely hit the subscribe button and that bell down below so you're notified each time we drop new content, which we do several times a week. And as always, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email so we can set up some time to get to know each other and, more importantly, see how we can help you make that smooth move here to the beautiful state of Texas and, more significantly, here in Dallas. And with that, until next time, take care.